final game of the Pigskin Classic Tournament here in Las Vegas. The boys coming into this game 1-1, dropping a hard-fought loss to the Las Vegas Junior Giles. The Junior Giles program had some of the absolute best receivers at this age group we have ever seen. And the boys put up a valiant effort, but came away just short of a victory yesterday. So we are in our final challenge game, hoping to leave the tournament with a 2-1 record on the 3 games here. Today we have the AV Knights, which is a team out of California. I believe it's Apple Valley, California. We haven't seen the other team make it to the fields yet. However, the CBFA Selects are on the field, getting ready to start today's game. It's a bit windy here in Las Vegas. Hopefully the wind isn't causing any form of commentary interruption. However, it is about 14, feels like 8. So not a bad day. A little bit chilly for those of us not running up and down on the field. We talked to a number of the boys this morning. They are fired up for this game. They want to leave this tournament on a high note with a win. Left with a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth last night. However, that Junior Gales team is very, very good, and they were big. They were big and they were fast, and the Rex just seemed to have vacuums for hands and could suck any ball in that came their way. Today, we are looking to have a little bit more success against this California team. We do have a couple of players, unfortunately, that are unable to dress and join the active roster due to some minor injuries sustained in last night's game. I know that we are down at least 2 D linemen. I am just waiting to confirm with the coaches exactly who that is and who's going to be playing both ways. We've got the DBs here getting their warm-up, getting ready to grab some picks in coverage. How are we feeling today, gentlemen? Are we ready to go? I was hoping for a little more gusto. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing really good.
Yeah, you're ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
You're dialed in?
Yes, sir.
Hoping to put some Californias on their asses?
Yes, sir.
Attaboy, that's what we like to hear. We've got the big man of the team, the O-line, warming up with Steve Kemp. The offensive line coach, Steve Kemp, head coach of the Airdrie Raiders. We did have a lot of success last night with the hard counts, getting the Junior Gales defensive line jumping offside. I'm sure we're going to see a little bit more of that today. We'll come over here. We've got the D-line doing their high-step warm-ups. If there's one thing that I can say I've seen with the linebackers, this is the linebacker group, is that we do have a lot of speed and some very, very good athletes playing in the middle of the field on the defensive side within our linebacker core. They do look dialed in. They have their war paint on. They look extremely ready to go today, folks. Once again, for those just joining the pregame podcast, we do have a couple of scratches today. We're going to find out over here with Dan Peterson exactly who that's going to be. Oh, it looks like one of the big men from the D linemen that's not going to be able to dress today, suffering a minor concussion in yesterday's game. Not that any concussion is ever minor. That is going to be, I believe, number 68, Lars Polgard of the Bulldogs, not available for today's game on a medical suspension. I know that's going to definitely not make him very happy, and he's certainly a big part of this defensive line and this CBFA Selects defensive core group. We also have number 67 of the CBFA selects, Lucas Scarlett, D-lineman. Unfortunately not available for today's game either after suffering an injury. I'm not sure what that injury exactly was, but suffering an injury in yesterday's game. We've got the running backs here warming up. We got Xander Badeno, Ashton Zulu, Wentz Nikigo, and Daniel Bowers. Daniel Bowers having a great game last night, finding holes all through the Giles defensive line, not really finding them, more creating them last night, having an absolute standout game like he did all season for the Calgary Bulldogs. No, sorry, not the Calgary Bulldogs, for the Okotoks Eagles. Why did I say that? Ben, how are we feeling today?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, good.
How are the boys doing? You got them all. This is Ben Lau, our resident trainer and athletic therapist with the CBFA Selects who came on the trip this year. I know we had a number of players bumped and bruised. We have a couple of scratches in today's game, but how do you feel the kids are ready to go? And were you pretty busy in the training room prior to coming over?
Today, the last game of the series. So, we're as good as can be. So
that's kind of to be expected, especially playing the teams that we've played with the size that they have with the opponents we've had. That it's not uncommon with especially the aggressive nature of yesterday's game.
Yeah, for sure. So just hope for a good game, and the boys seem to be in good spirits. So.
Perfect. Well, thanks, Ben. We appreciate all your time and effort on the tournament and coming down with us. You've been an invaluable part of the team for sure.
Thanks, Cody.
Dan Peterson and Ron Logan, two of the administrative components of the CBFA Selects program. How are you guys doing today?
Doing really good. Doing good, Cody. Doing good.
So, what are we hoping to see? What are we expecting to see out of the game today?
Well, I think we're going to see our kids come back and want to play a little harder. Want to leave here on a winning note, and so I believe we're going to have a good game today.
Yeah, the same thing. I think the boys are a lot more focused than they were yesterday, so I'm expecting them to come out firing a little bit harder than they did yesterday. So expecting to see good things.
So we know that we have a couple of inactive players, a couple of scratches due to some injuries from yesterday. How do you think that's going to affect the team? And does that mean that there's going to be some players that are going to have to play both ways, or is it just we're going to have some journeymen that don't get much of a break in their position?
I think what's going to happen is both Lucas Scarlett and Lars Bolgaard got concussed yesterday, I think, and so a couple kids will pick it up. I believe they have. I think it's Christian Wolflag is probably going to play two ways, and I think Clay Jenkins probably. But these kids can handle it. They've played both offense and defense during the regular season, so it'll be a long day for them, but I think they can handle that.
Yeah, it's definitely not their first rodeo playing both ways inside a game. They've been asked and tasked to do that all season in the CBFA with their club teams. So, and both are actually very good athletes. And I think they can handle it as well. They did play a little bit both ways last night, if I remember. So, and they did quite well. They managed that fairly well.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, a lot of positive feedback from the coaches on the game film when we reviewed. So, like you said, they've been doing it all year. Most of these offensive and defensive line have been two-way players all year. So they're no strangers to playing both sides of the ball.
So in the Apple Valley Knights coming out of California, do you guys know much about this team? Have you had a chance to pre-scout them or heard anything from any of the other teams?
Have not heard anything about them. I know that they're anxious to play us, probably because of the outcasts from Canada. I think a lot of the teams want to play us, so I'm expecting that we have seen them, but don't know really what they're like, but I'm expecting they'll be a pretty tough team.
And did they look like they had a lot of size on their team, or did it look like they were more of a speed and skill team?
I think they're about the same size as us, I believe, so it should be a good matchup.
Should be well evenly matched, yeah.
I think so.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for your time, you guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Cody.
We'll walk back over here with Grant Stefanowski and the offensive unit getting lined up and warmed up and running through a little bit of game walkthrough. We've got Ethan Renault getting ready under center. The handoff to Daniel Bowers. Like I said, Daniel Bowers having just an absolute fantastic game yesterday. Not that that surprises anyone. Daniel has been a standout with the Okochokes Eagles all year. Zach Arlane coming over, putting his mouthpiece in. How are you feeling today, Zach?
Feeling amazing.
We're ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right. Zach Arlane, the standout wide receiver from the Calgary Cowboys this year. Nash Marzov, the Calgary Colts quarterback, has come and joined us as a receiver. He is proven to be a very capable, very good receiver. Quick crossing route to Nash Marzov. It seems like every single day, every target that Nash Marzov has gotten in this tournament, he has just become more and more adept at the receiver position, proving that he's got some fantastic hands. Xander Adeno lining up on the line of scrimmage. Ashton Zulo in the backfield. Play action fake walk through with a great toss over top.
Steve, come on over.
Nash Marzov with the jumping catch from Ronan Thompson.
Okay, look to Coach Craig and I for the call. 3, 4.
We're going to step right in here, see if we can't get a little more footage of the guys.
Yeah, but no, the line, the O-line. Yeah, I think the O-line's coming over.
Okay. Ethan, you're in.
Ethan Peterson coming in for the game walkthrough. Ethan Peterson being one of the league standouts and player standouts for the Airdrie Raiders team this year. First year playing in the CBFA. He was Olds product. Decided to come and play Tier 1 this year with the Airdrie Raiders and was an invaluable member of the Raiders offense, pulling in a number of catches.
Lunch. 22. 22. That's it.
We're going to see if the centers are going to move through here. Good grab by Ethan Peterson. It looks like the boys are really, the timing is there, the targets are there. They look like they are dialed in and ready to go. Gonna get out of the way here just a little bit. Ethan Renault, the youngster from Okochokes, the 8th grader. How are you feeling today, Ethan?
Pretty good.
How'd you feel about your preparation today before coming to the game?
Well prepared. Wanna see what we can do against these guys. How bad?
Do you feel like the team is ready to go? You guys are dialed in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody
All
wants to
ready.
get
We wanna-
finish on a winning note?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You have certainly exceeded expectations. Not that they weren't high for you, but they really were. Being an 8th grader and a first-year player in Bantam coming into this team, the Selects team, it's not an easy thing to do, and it's actually a very small, very distinguished class of quarterbacks that have had the ability to make this team and come down as an 8th grader, and we've all been very proud of the play and the growth that you've had over the last couple of weeks, and we're really looking forward to seeing what kind of a year you can put together for the rest of the tournament here as well as next year. I think the future is very bright for this young man, so thank you for your time, Ethan. Xander Adeno, the standout running back from the Calgary Cowboys. How are you feeling today, Xander? Yeah, are you ready for today's game?
Yep.
What are you hoping to see happen in today's game?
Hope our offense moves the ball well. I hope our defense gets some stops.
I saw that you were going in on defense a little bit. How did that make you feel yesterday? You looked very at home there.
That was pretty fun, yeah.
All right, Xander, hop back in there. We are joined now with Wentz Nikigo. Wentz, how are you feeling today? You've got some sweat dripping down your face. You look really warmed up. You had a very good game yesterday. Obviously, it didn't finish the way that we wanted it to, but what are you hoping to see coming into today's game?
see a lot of intensity, flying off the ball, a lot of big hits.
I'll tell you what, one of the things that I was most pleasantly, not surprised, but just happy to see was your ability to block inside the box as well as create outside blocks punching through that line yesterday, especially against a much bigger Junior Giles team. Can we expect to see more of that from you today? And then when you get the rock, just dropping your shoulder and running as hard as you can through some other people? All day. All right, Wentz, like I say, the standout from the Bulldogs, Calgary Bulldogs Bantam Football Association this year has done nothing but great things here at the Pigskin Vegas Classic Tournament. Thank you, Wentz. We're looking forward to seeing what we can put together today on the field. It looks like the other team is coming. They are getting ready to take the field. We're going to see if we can perhaps get an interview with a coach. We're going to see what they look like. They do have a couple of pretty tall, big bodies, like Ron Logan said. The makeup of the AV Knights team is actually very similar to the makeup of the CBFA Selects team. They look like they're here. They're fired up. They are ready to go. We'll see. Are you the head coach of the AV Knights or a coach with the AV Knights? Head coach. Nice to meet you. I'm Cody Thompson.
Nice to meet you.
I'm one of our media managers with the CBFA Selects. Can we steal about 10 seconds of your time?
No, sir. No, absolutely. Go ahead.
So, coming into today's game, what is your record in the tournament so far? I apologize, I wasn't able to check the board.
We're actually 2-1.
2-1 already. So this will be your fourth game. Oh, fantastic! And what are you expecting to see from your team versus the Calgary Selects team?
Oh man, we just play smash mouth football, man. We from the dirt, man. Lancaster, California. We just putting on from our area, man. 661, man. A lot of these kids are underrated. We just trying to get their talent out there, man.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for your time. Good luck today. We hope to see a fantastic game on both sides of the ball here today to finish out the tournament. This is your guys' last game of the tournament as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Well,
Man,
good luck to you guys, and thank you for your time, sir. So there you have it. They're looking for some smash mouth football. They like to come and play it in the dirt, according to head coach of the AV Knights from Lancaster, California, feeling like his team and his players are extremely underrated coming into the tournament. They want to show everybody what they can do. We're certainly looking forward to it. Quarterback. Getting themselves warmed up and ready to go. It's been a very long, fruitful tournament. I know the Selects also looking forward to their final game of the season, or of the tournament, sorry. It might be the final game of the season for a number of our players before they start their off season and their training, getting ready for the spring season this year. We'll come over to the sidelines and see if we can't get a comment from one or two of the Selects players. Zach Arlane fixing up his roommate, Ethan Peterson's black. Do you feel like you've been doing this a lot this weekend, just looking after the young man from Olds who's just not quite sure what's going on, Zach?
Fruit Loops is an interesting breed, but I love him to death, so.
Ethan, is there anything you'd like to let the viewers at home know prior to the game today?
How
do you feel about today's game?
Good. I feel good. I think they'll definitely be a good team, though. They'll be a good team, so they'll be challenging. We're ready to battle, though.
You're hoping to get a few more targets, I assume, and pull in some more balls?
Yeah, definitely.
And showcase your speed and your hands?
Yeah.
All right, Ethan. Thank you for your time. Coach Todd, how are you feeling today? We are live on YouTube. We've got about 15 people watching at home. How are you feeling about today's game?
I'm pumped. I said it to the team. There's very few opportunities in football to immediately get an opportunity to come back out and play a better game than we played last night. I think we're a really good team. I think we're fired up, and I'm super stoked to see what we can do today.
So, in speaking with the head coach of the other team about 5 minutes ago, he said he feels like his team, they're coming in with a 2-1 record. This was their 4th game of the tournament. Feels like his team is a little underrated, being from Lancaster, California, and they like to play smash-mouth football and get dirty in the dirt. What do you think the game plan for the CBFA Selects is going to be to answer that challenge?
I like it. I like teams that want to be physical because we're a physical team. We don't mind getting dirty. We don't mind being physical. And we're excited to play them today. Should be a really good game, and we're going to go and knock them out if we can.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. We're going to end this feed, and we're going to start another one up here right away as the boys take the field.